Это школа колбасы. Веселее. Пацаны. Раз, это раз. Батьку хати даст. Пацаны, слушаем хармаз басы. Это стал любим, ждем все прямые колбасы. 150 ударов.
To start off, take the part of the hatch that will move, and move it up by 1 or 2 studs. Find the axis which you want your hatch to turn on, and scale a block there. Place another block on the end of the block you just placed, and scale it to be only 0.2 studs wide. Now, place a servo on this block, rotate it as shown, and delete the block that you just placed it on. Now, you have to place a piston set to the extent length of however much you moved the hatch up by. This will move it back into place. Figure out where you want your chair placed for when you will be inside the tank. Now figure out where you want the chair to be when you're outside the tank. This should be moved up by about 3 or 4 studs. Then just move it back into place. Now you can connect the piston you've placed to the build. Move the chair up by about 10 studs so that it's not touching any other mechanics. Place a switch on top of the hatch and move it about halfway through it. Now, place blocks on the chair as shown. What you're doing here is making yourself more space for pistons, as you're going to be placing one which is extended, and this piston will be extended by 10 studs because it will be moving the chair back into place. You'll also be placing a second piston, set to however much you want to move the chair up by when it's outside of the hatch. Make sure that the second shorter piston isn't extended. Then you'll have to connect it to the rest of the build. Now, highlight all the blocks involved with the mechanic with the screwdriver, and then turn off collision for all of these. Then, you have to select all these blocks again, except for the hatch itself, and make it invisible. Select the servo you placed and set it to how much you want it to turn. You may need 2 servos if you want it to turn more than 90 degrees, which is most likely the case. You will also have to set the speed, which I recommend as 2, and maximum torque. The last step is to keybind the short piston and the servo to the switch. Then, keybind the chair with the longer piston and the piston to move the hatch itself. And with that, you're done. I'll see you in the next video.